drive around the world cold doing our shows, and most crowds give us love in other places they don't. Now for example, this is tiny island in the sun. Come on, Chords, tell them how this whole thing just begun.
Well, we got a call from a friend, said he had an idea. Pack a bag full of beats and some traveling gear. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. When do we leave? And then the next thing I know, we're right there on the beach.
We meet Jose, the club owner, he's not very discreet. He's sniffing coke from the dashboard of his Cherokee Jeep. But oh well, he's driving like a bat out of hell. He says, by the way, guys, I didn't book no hotel.
And look to the left, over there's the club you'll be playing. It's like Disneyland with adult entertainment.
So he steps up in the joint but can't see no stage. Jose points to the bar and says, that's where you play.
Then he introduced us to the manager, his pupils were large. He had a stripper by his side and a Cuban cigar. He started flipping at a guy that was rude at the bar. Clipped him in the eye, left the dude with a scar.
Man, I couldn't even tell how many heads he clipped. I was surrounded by 20-odd red-faced clips.
Yeah, the crowd in itself made me turn in amazement. It's like 39 again, a fucking German invasion.
It was a total battlefield full of bottles of gin.
That's why we never going back to Las Palmas again. Nah, we never going back to Las Palmas again. We never going back to Las Palmas again. Nah, we never going back to Las Palmas again. I mean, shit like this needs to come to an end. Anyway, that's what happened with the dude in the scar. There was this other time though, down in the USSR. I think the troop made the call.
Yo, that was way too bizarre. They invited rap groups to come and play from afar. So we hopped on some kinda ancient jet plane. The airport looked like a nuclear test range. I guess the road into town was built before the war.
Yeah, the four-door Ford was rattling more and more. We rolled down the windows, waved hello to the city. Now Jay, why don't you tell them about the welcoming committee?
As we sliding through the lobby, yo, this is the truth. The gang of skinheads start screaming, doing Hitler salutes.
But we check in the room, we got business to do. Come to 5, we reside in the prisoner's booth. And the receptionist is giving us the Mr. Magoo, telling us that he ain't letting any visitors through.
We needed escorts to make sure we got safe to the club. The sound check took 4 hours of waiting for what? It still blatantly sucked, but we stayed in the cut. The cover charge was more than most Russians make in a month.
It's like it's happening again, a freaking deja vu. The sound is fucking with us, and the chicken tastes like wood.
But on the other hand, the vodka's like cheaper than milk. I swear the people cause the food were like steeped in the filth.
Yeah, so take this advice
and heed this word, that we never going back to St. Petersburg.
Nah, we never going back to St. Petersburg. We never going back to St. Petersburg. Nah, we never going back to St. Petersburg. I mean, places like that get kicked to the curb. It all started with a big bang,
a big boat trip,
on some drink, smoke tip.
We knew things gon' flip. It was a DJ convention, we were set to perform. But how you gon' mic check on deck in the storm?
And not a second had gone by. People hustled to the bar like they hadn't had a drink in a long
That's
time.
When the teenage wannabes acting like they on crack. Can't sing, can't dance, but got a record contract.
Clean shaved Tommy jeans, smelling like Dior. Hard rock, fast lane, pedal to the floor.
It was a puke fest full of freaks trying to let go. A whole boatload of DJs playing techno.
Yeah, remember Jay, Amato and me even managed to decorate your cabin with a salmon sandwich.
Man, you lucky you didn't have to swim it, my friend. But we never taking the ferry to Finland again. Nah, we never taking the ferry to Finland again. Nah, we never taking the ferry to Finland again. Nah, we never taking the ferry to Finland again. Now you can write that down, you can put it in print. Yeah. I swear to God, man, I love to travel. I love to go to different spots, but I'm in certain places that just get the nuts.
Lost off the map real fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming back.
These spots. There's some other stories.
Let's not talk about it anymore.
We can take it to Sweden.
You just might.